This week's video is brought to you by Patreon show sponsor, The Third Era. Not only does he have his own YouTube channel, he's got a brand new website, thethirdera.com, where you can purchase custom t-shirts, custom stickers, all kinds of cool stuff. I will leave links in the description below. Make sure to check out thethirdera.com. It's your boy HifiVega. I'm back again, and this time we are updating the 1/0 wire cheat sheet. I've got 2 more wires to add to the list. I have tested 32 different types of 1/0 OFC up until this point. I think that the cheat sheet is pretty comprehensive, and in my opinion, it's pretty valuable to the community, just so you know what you're getting, how much copper versus how much you're paying for the wire. I think it's a valuable tool for all of us, and in this video, I kind of want to go over that and explain to you guys how the cheat sheet works and do all that type of stuff, because I know as I do these updates, people only see the 2 or 3 wires that I have tested, and they don't ever check out the cheat sheet, so they don't know that I've tested a lot of the wires that they are recommended in the comments. So we're gonna do that in this video. We're gonna cover the cheat sheet, everything I've tested, how it works. Obviously, there will be a link in the description below so you guys can check that out. All that being said, I have 2 new types to test. One of them was sent by Tom Myers, so I have Vibe Audio 1/0 OFC to test. As you can see, I've already cut it up and tested it. And the other one was sent to me by Mr. El Fuego, aka Jason Zemer. He sent me some Kicker 1/0 OFC. I'm gonna let you know what each 6-inch length weighs completely. Then we'll strip it down. I'll weigh the copper separately. I'll weigh the jacket separately. I'll also measure the wall thickness of the jacket so you know how thick the jacket itself is. And we'll check the thickness of the overall product with the wire inside of it. We'll also weigh the jacket. We'll do all that stuff so you'll have all the information you need to make an informed purchase. Okay, I think it's time to just get into it. Let's check the flexibility first, and then we'll go on and test the weight and the thickness of the wire. We're going to start with the flexibility test. This is probably one of the most important tests when you're actually going to install, because you want something to be as flexible as possible, you know, along with as much copper as you can get, of course. Let's start with the Vibe Audio here. Show that off without the glare. So this is about a 1 foot length right here. And as you can see, it's pretty flexible. It's more flexible than welding cable, but I would say that it's not as flexible as something like Sky High or Knu Konceptz, but it's near the top. It's in the top 5, I would say. The Kicker, of course, this is a full roll, but will take, you know, about a 1 foot length. And I would say that the Kicker is among the most flexible. It's right there with Knu Konceptz and Sky High. No problem with this, and honestly, no problem with this either. It's nothing like 2/0 welding cable that's not flexible at all, really. We're going to start by getting the overall weight of the Vibe 1/0 OFC wire. 93.5 grams. Now we're going to get the overall thickness, 16.15 millimeters. Now let's get the copper weight on the Vibe Audio, 67.2 grams. Let's get the jacket weight, 26.4 grams. And then we'll get the jacket thickness, 3.78 millimeters. Now let's get the total weight on the Kicker 1/0 6-inch length, 96.5 grams. Let's get the overall thickness, 16.39 millimeters. All right, let's see the copper weight on the Kicker, 73.2 grams. Let's get the jacket weight, 23.3 grams. Let's get the jacket thickness, 3.53 millimeters. Let's first see where these two wires landed in the cheat sheet, and then I will go more in depth on how the cheat sheet works and what everything means. This sheet is organized by copper weight, not price, so Kicker landed in the 15th spot with 73.2 grams of copper, and coming in the 21st spot, Vibe has 67.2 grams of copper with a per foot price of $7.99 or $3.99 for a 50-foot roll, making it 6 cents per gram of copper. And the Kicker landed slightly higher at 7 cents per gram of copper because it started off at $4.99.95 for a 50-foot roll, at about $10 per foot. As you can see here, we have 7 columns. One of them is the name of the product. Next is the price reference, where I found the prices. Then we have the copper weight, price per foot, price per 50 foot, price per gram of copper over 50 foot, and then we have if it's tinned or not. We're going to start off with the price per gram over 50 foot. The lowest you'll see is 2 cents because it's rounded up from about 1.5 cents. The highest will be about 8. Next to that, we have an X mark for every wire that is tinned. Then in this column, we have the price per 50 foot. I also have a reference where I found these prices. I break them down in the price per foot category as well, so you can see that. And the last measurement, which is arguably the most important, is how much copper does each wire have in it. I know that's what you guys want to know. That's what I want to know. And then, as I mentioned before, I have a price reference for the websites in which I found the prices. Then, of course, we have one last column for the name of the product. They are ordered from 2 to 32. They are ordered by copper weight alone, not by what I actually rank them. Okay, so we've tested both the wires. I've went through and explained, basically how the cheat sheet works. Obviously, prices have fluctuated a bit since copper is a little bit high right now. But with all that being said, let's talk about the two I tested today. I will say that both of these were on the higher end for price per gram of copper. The low end of the wire on copper weight, price per gram of copper, is 2 cents. And right now, I believe the highest is around 11 cents. That being said, the Vibe Audio landed in the 21st spot out of 32 for copper weight. It's very close to the American wire gauge 1/0 welding cable, and it comes out at 6 cents a gram of copper. I thought the jacket was actually pretty nice on it. It's a thick jacket. It's pretty flexible. It's in the middle towards the top of the pack in flexibility. And I think it's a good brand if you're looking at this. Up next, we'll talk about Kicker, and Kicker landed in the 15th spot for copper weight. It's right there in dead center of the pack. Unfortunately, in price, it is almost the very top, only outdone by JL Audio, and I believe that the Kicker was $499.99 for a 50-foot roll. The Vibe, on the other hand, I believe was $399.99 for a 50-foot roll. Now that puts Kicker at 7 cents per gram of copper, so it is pretty expensive. I'm not gonna lie. It is tin though, and that helps if you're gonna be using this in a marine application. That being said, it's one of the most flexible wires you can get right now. It is right up there with Knu Konceptz, Sky High, and some of the other more flexible brands. Now, obviously, we see in the list that 2/0 welding cable has more copper, and that's because it's 2/0, so you got to kind of expect that, and it's a bit of a cheat to put them in this list, although they're price comparable with some of the lowest price per gram of copper that we can get. And if you're going to go that way, maybe check out the Flex Whip. That's 2 more wires added to the list. Let me know what wire you like to use in the comments below. Do you have a preference, and why do you have that preference? Do you like it for its flexibility, its value, the look? It could be a ton of things. I'm interested in knowing what you guys like about the wire that you use, and also what you don't like about some of the wires. Is there something that made you not buy a certain wire, whether it be price, whether it be look, whether it be lack of copper? But I hope you guys enjoy videos like this. I see it as a service to not only myself, a person who loves accessories, and I love wire, and I love digging into this stuff, but I see it as a valuable asset to the community so you guys can make an informed decision. So if you do like this, you're not subscribed, and you want to see more stuff like this, you want to see live streams, you want to see podcasts, you know, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, do all that fun stuff, and I guess I will catch you guys on the next video. I appreciate each and every one of my Patreon supporters, but I want to give a special shout out to the $6 or more members: 2001 Monolithic, The Third Era, G Nava, Joaquin Juarez, El Fuego, Travis McClendon, Brandon Hanna, William Berg, Boxboy Audio Sound Solutions, Jesus Tires, Orion the Great, Chris Hanley, Dennis Cromwell Jr., Vin Quach, Scott Dilbeck, D. Stewart, Derek Simpson, Aaron Waltz, and David Koslick. Thanks to all these awesome people, I have reached my first Patreon goal, and starting in June of 2021, we will be doing an exclusive Patreon-only podcast once a month. If you've ever considered joining, now is the time. You will get this content even at the lowest level. Check me out at patreon.com/HifiVega.
Oh, 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 oh. Rage on that beat, going crazy.